It's been a whole month since Meta, the company that owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, introduced their Threads app. Back in July, when Threads was getting all the attention, it shot up like a rocket in the app world. In less than a week after it was launched, there were already a whopping 100 million people who signed up to use it. No doubt its initial success was a big challenge to the rival app X, formerly Twitter. Now, if you're familiar with the Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, you'll know he's got a bit of a rivalry going on with Elon Musk, the Twitter CEO. These guys aren't exactly sending friendly emojis to each other. Nope, they've got a rivalry that's juicier than the juiciest gossip. The whole world is eagerly grabbing the popcorn, waiting for the sparks to fly. I mean, who wouldn't want a ringside seat to the epic duel between two billionaire masterminds? But hey, what's the deal with this face-off? Both Musk and Zuckerberg are shooting for the crown of social media supremacy. Now think about Elon Musk for a moment. The guy who brought us self-driving cars and spaceships that can land themselves. Yep, that's the one. He's no stranger to making headlines, whether he's achieving incredible feats or raising a few eyebrows with his moves. This dude doesn't back down from challenges, and he's squared off against some pretty big names, including former President Donald Trump and Senator Bernie Sanders. He's even had his share of run-ins with controversial figures. But here's the twist. This time Musk is taking a different approach. Instead of duking out in public, he's engaged in a subtle behind-the-scenes feud with none other than Mark Zuckerberg. It's like a silent chess match where every move has the potential to reshape the social media landscape. Some people would agree that it kicked off earlier this year, back in June. Elon Musk, known for his gutsy moves, challenges none other than Mark Zuckerberg to a cage match. And guess what? Zuckerberg didn't shy away. He's accepted the challenge, and for a moment we all held our breaths, thinking that might be the climax of this high-tech drama. But oh boy, that's just where things start to get interesting. This isn't just a feud born out of recent social media squabbles. This rivalry runs way deeper. We're talking about a feud that has been brewing for 7 long years, a tension that dates back to the year 2016. Flashback: a SpaceX mission went bad, and a Facebook satellite got wiped out in an explosion. You'd think accidents happen, right? Well, that incident marked the beginnings of some serious bad blood between these two mega CEOs. It's like the first domino falling in a series of events that led to this epic showdown. This isn't your average business rivalry. It's personal. The history between these two is like a simmering pot that's been on the stove for ages, and now it's boiling over for everyone to see. The tension has been building quietly in the background, but now it's out in the open. It's not just about market share or tech dominance. It's about pride, ego, and a history of clashes. It's a clash of personalities, of ideologies, and even, dare we say, a clash of egos. So, pulling off such a massive feat with his new app was like a big flashy win for Mark, making him look like the king of social media. Threads started off with a bang, riding high on its early success. It appeared as if it would stay ahead of the curve for a very long time, but nobody, and I mean nobody, could have seen what was coming next: its sudden decline in just a short time after launch. And here's the latest scoop. Fast forward to August 1st, and guess what happened? 2 separate data analysis firms tell us that the number of people logging into Threads every day has basically hit a wall. Yup, just a month after it came out, things have gone kind of quiet over there. When it first came out, loads of people started using it, around 49 million people every day, which is quite a lot. But then after a while, the number of users dropped dramatically to only 9.6 million. Not only that, but the amount of time people spent on the app also went down a bunch. In the beginning, people were using it for about 14 minutes every day, but now they're only spending about 2.3 minutes on it. It's like people were super excited at first, but then their interest kind of faded away. In the early stages of its debut in the realm of social media, Mark Zuckerberg said the initial success of the Threads app has taken executives by surprise. "We're seeing more people coming back daily than I'd expected," he said. His remarks came as Meta reported that they made a lot of money from ads, and more people are using their apps. Every day, around 3.7 billion people all over the world are using at least one of their apps. These good results show that Meta is recovering from a not-so-great time last year. Back then, they were making less money from ads because other companies were also advertising a lot. Apple also made changes that affected privacy, and the economy wasn't very strong. When Threads first showed up, it was like a breath of fresh air for people who were tired of Elon Musk's changes to Twitter. People wanted something new, something less chaotic. Threads appeared to be just that, like Twitter, but smoother and safer, at least for like a week or two. However, things took a turn when Sensor Tower, a research company, revealed that the number of people using Threads every day had dropped an enormous 82% since its launch in July. The steep decrease clearly indicated that Threads had not performed well. At its peak, Threads had around 44 million folks using it daily, but by the end of the month it was down to about 8 million. And get this, it's still going down by about 1% every single day. Well, we've got a hunch that this drop of users might be because Threads is missing some key things that make Twitter awesome. Like, you can't really search for topics or users easily, and there's no trending topics or direct messages. It's like having a burger without the bun. It's just not the full experience. The tricky part is trying to get those people who stopped using Threads to come back to the app once it gets more cool features. See, Threads was just a starting point, like the beginning of something cool. Now it might be difficult for the company Meta to convince old users to come back and use the app again as it becomes even better, especially since the initial excitement has faded away. Remember back when Google Plus tried to take down Facebook? It lasted nearly 8 years before they had to call it quits. And you know what? One big issue was that Google Plus didn't have the cool stuff Facebook had, so people just didn't stick around. They spent years trying to catch up, but it didn't work out. So if Meta wants Threads to avoid the same fate, they should really start thinking about what folks actually want in a Twitter alternative. Basically, people want Twitter, but without the drama of a boss who thinks he's a superhero. Now, this guy named Adam Mosseri, who's in the business world, mentioned that Meta tried to make their app show less of the heavy news stuff and things that might stir up trouble. But here's the question. Can a new, fun option really make Twitter feel better? It's a possibility, but there's this other app called Blue Sky that's waiting to make a big entrance. It hasn't fully come out yet, and if that happens, Threads could end up like another platform called Mastodon, a specialized place for short posts. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, but you know what? Mr. Alleged Copycat Zuckerberg, who made Threads, isn't the type of person who's cool with being a second or third place. He's all about being at the top. Although there's been speculation that Threads might not stand the test of time, we're super pumped to see what the future has in store for it. That's a wrap on the whole Meta Threads adventure. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button or ring that notification bell so you're always in the loop for our exciting explorations into the digital world. Keep the convo alive in the comments. Do you think Threads can really hold its own against the competition? Thanks for joining in. Until next time.